Kasi ako yung naging black sheep ng pamilya na, ayan na, na barkada ako. Mas masaya ako sa barkada. Kaya kaya pasalamat na rin ako sa mga kapatid ko. Dahil nga, buti, may mga nagbibigay sa mama ko. Kung wala, may mga nakatapos.
Ulysses Romulo, the second of 6 siblings, operates a bill of darts business outside of his house in Tondo, a densely populated district north of Manila.
Helping hand.
Players pay him $1 per game, and he earns about $150 each week. After running the operation for 4 years, Romulo wanted to expand to make more money. He couldn't ask his family for a loan because the 51-year-old had already borrowed money from his mother to start the business.
Doon ko ginamit yun. Kaya ako biglang nag-isip na, ano kayang business para idadagdag ko, nagpapalaro, na nandito rin lang ako.
Romulo also couldn't borrow money from his bank because of a lack of credit history. But after giving his Facebook and telecom data to InstaLoan, a money lending service, Romulo's loan was approved. In the Philippines, less than 4% of the population has a credit card because they lack a national ID or a subscription phone plan. In developing countries where financial history of consumers is scarce, banks are looking at other data to determine credit scores.
A big chunk of the Philippine population has some sort of digital footprint. We take all of that data, build credit scoring models, and use those scoring models, approve or deny loan applications from the unbanked segment.
InstaLoan works with Lenddo, a Manila-based credit scoring company, to predict an applicant's credit worthiness. Lenddo, which started in 2010, first uses emails and smartphone data to determine repayment behavior. Then, Facebook to verify identities.
We're not really interested in the content of the emails, we're interested in the behavior, the usage of the account over a period of time. If someone has had an email account for 10 years and they use it every day over a consistent period of time, that would probably be an indication of someone who's fairly consistent.
Lenddo started off lending money in the Philippines, Colombia, and Mexico by using its own algorithms. 4 years later, Lenddo fully focused on credit scoring and verification, selling its services to businesses like Mint, a financial technology company that owns InstaLoan. Now it has given credit scores to about 1 million people.
They would click on connecting their Facebook account to the platform of our partners. Then once that process is done, we move to connecting an email address. And then I would have a series of authorization to give to be able to grant the access to my personal data.
But traditional credit risk companies like Fair Isaac Corp or FICO say you need to be careful with social data.
When you use data, it needs to have integrity. You need to know that it's right. You need to know that it's timely. And you need to know that it's verifiable in some way. And so I think one of the issues that we're all grappling with here is that in the social media world, for example, I can go and write anything I like about somebody. There's no court of correction, so to speak.
Privacy can be a concern, but Lenddo says it won't sell or share its information to other companies.
Why would a consumer be happy to give you access to their social account? And it really stems from a lack of understanding of just how difficult it is for consumers in these markets to get access to affordable credit.
First-time consumers like Romulo start off receiving 2,500 pesos or $50 from Mint. He and the other lendees can eventually borrow up to 5,000 pesos, around $100, before moving on to other Mint services that can lend bigger amounts. The loan has helped Romulo expand his business, and he now earns $270 a month, up from $150 before. For some families, like the Rogadors, $50 helped their son graduate from college. In his final days of school, Mark needed $5 a day for food and transportation, but his father Moses was too sick to work, so Moses got help from InstaLoan.
Malaking tulong po, ma'am, dahil wala pa alanganin kasi yun sa sahod ng misis ko kasi monthly salary yung mga teacher.
Along with emails and Facebook, the Rogadors granted InstaLoan access to their telecom data, a vital part in Lenddo's credit scoring process. In the Philippines, for every 100 people, there are 121 mobile phones in use.
So whenever someone texts a message, someone tops up, when she calls from a certain location, there are lots of different indicators that we can use when it comes to approximating who they are, identifying how much they're able to spend. That's how we actually use it. So we get all of the data points that we get from our network and try to find out which are these are indicators when it comes to credit decision.
Lenddo isn't the only alternative credit scoring company in the market. London's Friendly Score and New York's First Access use either social media or mobile data to score credit. Despite the competition, Lenddo's services are becoming popular. Using Lenddo's credit checks, Mint loaned out to more than 6,000 people in the Philippines.
Fell with such devotion, it was yours and mine.
Now working as an industrial engineer, Mark Rogador hopes to repay his parents one day.
They're already been through a lot. I've been very thankful that they've tried everything to help me in my studies.
Then you went away on that lonely day. Once there was a love. Now I don't know how I can go on. Somehow I feel so alone.